today's telecommunications network consumes about 1% of the country's electricity. Actually, if you add to that the data centres that are used by banks and Google and other organisations, then it comes to 2 or 3%. But at the moment, the telecommunications network consumes about 1% of electricity. So the National Broadband Network will, since it will be a large part of the telecommunications network in Australia, will itself be responsible for this 1 or 2% of electricity. This graph shows the power used per user across the whole population in watts against the peak access rate for fibre to the premises, hybrid fibre coax, fibre to the node and wireless networks. And the important point here is that the fibre to the premises has the lowest power consumption of all. In fact, if you were to instead build a fibre to the node network instead of a fibre to the premises network in Australia, it would double the power per user. It would double the total consumption of the network would be twice as large, and in fact you would need 2 or 3 small extra power stations to drive that extra network. So there is a real energy saving in using fibre to the premises. HFC is not too bad, but as HFC gets upgraded to higher and higher capacities, it starts to become very energy consuming. And interestingly, wireless is the worst. Because it grows rapidly with bandwidth, and the reason for that is that think of a wireless tower, it's spewing out radio waves, and they go all over the place, and just a little bit gets into the phone, and most of it just gets wasted into the atmosphere. So wireless is a fairly inefficient approach. So again, this is another argument that needs to be taken into account when you think about whether wireless should be used for fixed broadband as opposed to wired. Clearly wireless is the only solution in rural areas, but in urban areas maybe not. Fibre to the home consumes less energy than any other broadband network, so in fact it's certainly a relevant topic in today's discussion of carbon prices.